Oh my goodness, can I tell you all I'm not an early riser? I mean, you'd think I used to get up and do the morning show, so I was up at like 3 every day. Well, now that the kids are out of school and they're off in Seattle and college and all that stuff, I don't have to set alarms except for the weather stuff. So, yeah, I'm a late sleeper. I sleep till like 7:30 or 8. So if you adjust that backward a little bit, whew, thrown all off here. But the coffee is flowing, and we are about to hit the road to fly out of New Orleans. And man, what a festive day it'll be for that, huh? We have thunderstorms in the area. We're going to go through kind of a brief show here, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a little bit of radar stuff. But fortunately, nothing popping off as severe. 68 degrees, cloudy outside right now, and thunderstorms are increasing. I just heard a rumble of thunder a few minutes ago here at the house, and I know some of you have been saying in the comments that you're seeing some rain, and some of that rain quite heavy, falling probably right over Woodworth right now, and this is headed up into Alexandria, so as you drop the kids off at school, could be a nasty run of things. Thunderstorms are likely, of course, for today, anytime during the day, probably until about 6 or 7 this evening. And I am kind of getting a little concerned about some thunderstorms setting up in a line and just kind of moving over the same part of the state, and creating some possible isolated flooding issues, as we do have a risk for some excessive rainfall. So thunderstorms, likely highs like low to mid 70s. And here's what I'm talking about. When I put this in motion, you can see, at least per this model, where things have already developed, and this is showing things a little further north than they are right now. But these showers are moving toward the northeast. So here's what it looks like when I put it in motion, and you can see it's generally staying over the same location. Now, this model indicates the potential for some isolated totals over 5 inches today, so we're going to have to watch that. Tom's going to have to watch that closely. You're going to have to watch that closely, and the app will, of course, notify you of any watches, warnings, anything like that, and then we're going to have that coming out across social media as well. Then it calms down. Thunderstorms move out of the area, and I think, again, by 6 or 7 o'clock, most of the heavy stuff is out. We could have some lingering showers in a little later than that, but it does look like the worst will be gone by then. So for today, kind of narrowed that severe threat down here. We have the slight risk, that level 2 of 5 risk that is in effect for most of the area. So this is your slight risk for severe weather. This includes all of central Louisiana, all of the Cenla weather coverage area, and this threat is going to include a 15% risk for hail larger than 1 inch in diameter within 25 miles of a point. It's also going to include the same risk for wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour, so possibly some isolated hail, isolated damaging wind, and yes, there is a threat for a couple of tornadoes. The chance peaks right across the middle of the state. And again, I was thinking this would be over the northern half, and that's kind of how we've adjusted things here. About a 5% risk of a isolated tornado within 25 miles of a point. This does not mean you are going to see a tornado. It doesn't mean you have a 5% chance of seeing a tornado. It just means you basically have like a 5% of something, 5% chance of something touching down perhaps in your parish. So 1 in 20 shot of one getting kind of close. And that's, if we're playing the odds here, that's not the craziest scenario. We've seen worse chances for sure. Let's take a look at 7-day. Then I'm going to dive back into the radar, and we're going to take a look at what's going on, take a little closer look. Thunderstorms likely today. Yes, we are going to see some rainfall out there. Then they will move out tomorrow. Weekend looks perfect. Low to mid 60s for highs. Going to be cool and comfy. Lows in the low 40s. And then we are back into the upper 70s as thunderstorms return to the area toward the end of next week around Thursday and Friday. So another round of rain is coming in there. I will pop myself up, switch to analysis mode, and there it goes. So we basically have a few thunderstorms that have kind of, I showed you that Futurecast model, and this is the reason I kind of lend some credence to it is the consistency of it. Plus, we are seeing this band of thunderstorms that have developed across the central part of the state. So let me put this in motion, and there you go. So everything's still kind of lifting north. We're not seeing these train over the same locations just yet, but there are more storms developing down here, and eventually everything's going to kind of slow down, and we're going to see this kind of feeding over the same location. So it's going to be a whole thing where we look and see, where does this happen? I'll actually, be on the road for a few hours, probably leaving here about 20, 30 minutes here. I actually have to wrap things up so I can finish helping my wife load the car and everything. So here's the deal. These thunderstorms, they are going to organize into those lines and those little bands, broken bands of cells, and perhaps a couple of supercells. And as they train across the same area, we're going to see that flood threat increase. So I'll be on the road for a few hours. I won't be updating. But once we get settled in at the airport and everything, get checked in, all that good stuff, I will post a text update and let you know what I'm seeing. And Tom's going to be here covering it live, which is going to be most important because that's when that up to the second information is going to be coming out to you. Any sort of warnings, flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, hopefully not tornado warnings. Tom's going to have that, and he's going to keep you as informed as he is, and he's pretty darn informed. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to make that drive down to the southeast. I wouldn't call it a storm chase. I don't know. A couple of those cells are looking pretty interesting coming up from the southwest. You know, if I do see something, I'm going to obviously live stream that and show you what's going on. But for now, safe travels to me, as we are going to be driving in the storms and then flying out in them. So I'm trying to figure out which side of the plane I want to sit on so I can have optimal view of any thunderstorms, of course. And we will see how that goes. All right, I will see you back here. I'm going to take off for the weekend because we are going to clear out and we're going to calm down and all that stuff. I'm bringing the mobile setup, so I will start live updates again. I'm thinking Monday, as long as everything goes smoothly, and I'll keep you updated on the site and everything. Let you know what's going on with that. But yeah, it should be easy enough. And I hear the rain picking up. And I have my kids with me, 19 and 25-year-olds, so they're going to be able to help me if I have issues. Let me show you the lightning real quick. Okay. Yeah, there you go. We're starting to see more lightning here. That's what I was thinking. These are increasing. So it is starting to pop off a little bit here, but nothing close to severe just yet. All right, guys, I am officially out of here. I will see you back here on Monday. Well, I'll see you, I'll be on your screen on Monday. Other than that, it's going to be fun with the kids out in California, going to see some good music and actually enjoying some pretty nice weather. I'll see you later.